All right, everybody, hello. We are here for Chair 20, an awesome, focused 20-minute workout. We will start seated and then we will come up to standing to work on our balance with the assistance of the chair. So let's begin and making sure that your feet are solid into the ground. You can push those feet into the floor. I like to pick the 10 toes up off the ground, spread them, and then push them back down onto the ground. So we have that solid base underneath. Now place the hands onto the tops of the knees and begin to firmly push the hands down into the knees. And as you do this, draw the shoulder blades back. So the seated posture here should feel very strong with the back straight and the sternum lifted. The head is pulled back up over the shoulders and you're continuing to push down into the knees. So there is a sense of firmness there with your hands and activation of your arm muscles. Now from here, you can scoot the feet in just a little toward the chair if that helps you. You can always make a little adjustment there. We're going to lift the heels and continue to push down into the knees and then lower the heels and lift. Push into the knees, lower and lift. Now see if you can start to lift the heels even higher. Push into the knees. And let's do that 3 more times. Lift as high as you can. Push and down, lift. You're all the way into the toe joints, push and down. This is our last one. Lift, hold, push, and back down. Awesome. Now scoot the feet forward just a little and lift the toes off the ground and push into the knees. And then lower and lift. Push into the knees. Lower and lift. You're trying to lift the toes as high as you can. You may feel this slightly along the crease there between the foot and the shin. Lower back down, and we'll do it 3 more times. Lift, push, and down, lift, push, and down. Last one. Good, and back to center. Readjust your feet if you like, and sit up lengthened tall. The right arm is going to reach up and over toward the ceiling, or up toward the ceiling. Now I want you to really get the pelvis, the sit bones down into the ground. So hold your pelvis centered as you lean over to the right. So keep your pelvis centered on the chair, but see how far you can lean over, obviously without toppling off the chair. And then bring it back and other side. Reach it up first, push those sit bones into the chair and then lean. And then release. Now let's keep going side to side, but make sure you're staying firm. Belly pulled in, solid in that low body. Reach up, reach over. Each time we do this, feel that awesome stretch underneath your armpit and through your ribs. Now, one more time. Lengthen, 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 and back. Now this time, right arm goes up. We're going to just simply look up toward the hand. Get as tall as you can here, reach. Bring your hand behind your head. The elbow will bend. See if you can look up to your elbow. Pull the belly in tight and stretch. Deep breath. And release. This should feel like a lot of effort here, a lot of strength work. Left hand comes up, straight up, reach up as tall as you can, then bring the hand behind the head and turn, look up to that elbow. Pull the belly in, get solid and strong in your feet. It's like you're pushing down into the floor to help you lengthen and lift, looking up toward the elbow. And then release, awesome. Back, hands onto the knees. This time, bring the hands by your sides and just give yourself some giant shoulder rolls. Great movement for the shoulders. And by the way, as I mentioned in the earlier email, we're going to do an awesome shoulder stretch at the end. Let's reverse the direction. And back to center. All right, we're going to just walk the feet. The hands can be on the knees or they could hold on to the chair or be by your sides, whatever's the most comfortable. Just give your feet a nice little walk out. And you can go faster here if you like, or slow it down either way. You might feel like you're kind of tapping the feet. For me, sometimes I get a little uncoordinated here. It's okay. Doesn't really matter. You're just tapping the best as you can. Get that movement going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, bring your feet all the way in, and we're going to heel toe the feet out. So you're making your feet work. Heel toe out as wide as you possibly can, and then heel toe back in. So keep going here, and you're trying to really lift the heels and lift the toes as you make this movement. I want those feet working. Awesome. Let's get in one more. Quick feet, active feet, so helpful for our balance. All right, lean all the way back to the back of your chair, lift the right foot up, and point and flex the foot. Toes forward, toes pulled in. Now, as you do this, look down and notice how much your calf muscle is working. Or maybe if you have pants on, you might not be able to see it so much, but as opposed to shorts, but you can either see or feel just how much the calf muscle is working to make this foot action. This is a super excellent exercise for circulation, as well as, of course, strengthening the feet and ankles. All right, let's switch sides, pointing and flexing. Always try to get my toes involved in this too as much as possible. Good. Now both feet are, bring that foot down. Now you're going to see, scoot the feet forward. You're going to see if you can lift both feet up at the same time, and we do the exact same exercise. Point and flex, point and flex. This is strong. And release. All right, everybody, fantastic. Scoot all the way back up to the front of your chair, and we're going to cross the arms in front of the chest. This is our last seated exercise. Then we're going to come up to standing to start working on our balance. You're going to lean forward with a straight spine. Maybe your elbows touch your legs, or maybe they don't, and then come back up. Raise the elbows, look up toward the ceiling. Then lower the elbows, lean, straight spine. You can drop the elbows if you like, and then lift those elbows up high as you look up toward the ceiling. Let's keep going with this same movement. Lean, drop the arms, and lift. Get a little flow going here. Really feel a great stretch in the spine as those arms go up, and of course the shoulders as well. And let's do 2 more. And last one. Good, and release, roll out those shoulders, shake out the hands and the arms. Fantastic, everybody. Go ahead and come up to standing. Now, I wanted to mention here, the chair can be a little bit cumbersome in terms of getting the right chair for this exercise. So when we're seated, of course, we want the chair low enough that you can get your feet on the ground, but that same chair may not work very well for our standing exercise. So a table works really well, or of course a counter, or if you have a chair with a higher back, like this one here, that might work as well. Last resort would be a wall. So this chair doesn't really work very well, at least for my height, because I've got to lean over in order to support. Plus, that chair is actually fairly wobbly. We want to make sure that we have a solid base. So for me, I'm going to be using my table today. Make sure you've got something that works for you so that you can really lengthen your spine tall while you hold on. Now we're going to have the feet close together to begin, and we're going to just simply start with a simple single leg balance. Right foot lifts up off the ground. Now, as we go through these exercises where we're using the chair or whatever support it is you're using, the goal is to, of course, be safe and be able to do the exercise. And oftentimes, if we don't hold on to anything, it becomes so cumbersome that we're not able to benefit. So that's why we hold on. But let's hold on as lightly as you can to emphasize the strength work in the legs and in the core. So I'm going to squeeze tight through the support leg. I know I've been talking a lot. We've been holding this for quite a while. That's good. That's good to hold this to build our strength. All right, nice and slow, lower that foot down. Go to the other side. You can just hold on with the same hand, or you could always flip the other direction if you want to, but you don't really need to. Now, just a light hold makes a huge difference in our ability to be successful with our balance. I'm going to lengthen up tall, feel that sternum lifting, and I'm going to really squeeze tight through this support leg. breathe, and release. Awesome. Okay, we're going to keep advancing through these exercises, so you'll continue to hold on, of course. We're going to step the right foot back 1 step and then 2 steps. The front knee bends. You pull the belly in. You're going to lean your chest over the front leg, so you get yourself way lean forward. You can always adjust the hand position if you need to. We're going to see if we can get that back foot to come off the ground. The chest is leaned way far forward. We're going to go and come right back out of this. We're going to revisit it here in a second, but let's just get our form first. Left foot, step, step, bend the front knee, lean way forward, back foot lifts, hold, and breathe. Now, one thing I see with this a lot is people not leaning far enough forward. So if I turn here for a second, notice really how far forward I am. I'm really leaned way out in front of the leg. Then it's easier to lift the back leg up. Okay, so the second time, we will hold it a little longer. Right foot back, belly pulled in. Get yourself leaned way far forward so that back foot can come off the ground. And again, if you're not challenged by this, lighten your hand hold. Hold and breathe. And release. Left foot, step it back, 1 step, 2 steps, bend your front knee, lean, and back leg lifts. Really try to pull that belly in nice and tight. And release and step it back forward. We're going to add another element here. So right foot steps back, 1 step, 2 steps. Again, lean forward, launch the back foot up. When you're ready, your right knee drives forward to an upright vertical position. And we repeat that. Swing the leg back, feel your chest and spine lengthening, and drive the knee forward. Tighten up through the support leg. Keep going with this. Tight, tight, tight. And last one. Excellent. Okay, other side. Left foot steps back to start. Lean forward, launch the back foot. When you're ready, swing that knee forward, tighten up through the support leg. Nice and tight. Swing the leg back and swing it through. You're working to lengthen your spine, lengthen your leg as you reach it back. Notice how much work you're doing in that support leg. And one more. All right, beautiful, everybody. Notice how much of a correlation there is between balance and hip strength. So hopefully you felt strength work happening in the hips while we're practicing these balance exercises. Now we're going to face toward your table or your chair, whatever you're holding on to. Again, if you're using a chair, make sure that it's stable. You're going to hold on here and separate the feet to hip width apart. Now we're going to just do a series of heel raises here, but I want you to come on up and hold here to start. So get yourself as tall as you can. And your goal is to get the heels all the way up, not just halfway up. And that's why we're holding on. This is very difficult to do if you're not holding on to something. And then slowly lower back down. Now we're going to go up to about a 1 count and down to a 3 count. Up 1, down 3, 2, and 1. Up 1, down 3, 2, and 1. Keep going. So it's that movement down where you're really trying to control the movement. If this is really easy for you, you can try doing it and lifting your fingers up off of your support. Notice it gets pretty wobbly. Let's get 3 more. I don't want you to compromise the full lift all the way up. Last one. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to change up the pattern. Now, obviously, of course, there may need to be a modification here. I will give you this modification. So you're going to hold on. The pattern here is 2 up and 1 down. And what I mean by that is not a count this time, but it's your feet. So you're going to rise up on both feet. So that's 2. So up 2 feet, but down with just 1 foot. So lift your left foot off the ground if you can, and lower down 3, 2, 1, and that's just with the right foot. Let's do that again onto the same side. Both heels lift, then your left foot comes off the ground and you lower just with the right foot only. If this is too much for you, then keep the toes of the left foot slightly on the ground for a little bit of an assist to help that right heel go down. 2 up, 1 down. 2 up, 1 down. Let's get 3 more. Great. You're really trying to control that descent, and that is hard to do. So building great strength here in the calf muscles. Let's go to the other side. 2 up, 1 down, but switching sides. So now the left foot is doing the work. 2 up, 1 down. And try for 3 more. Again, if you're cruising through these and you don't find it too difficult, lighten your hand hold. It will get difficult quickly. All right, really good. Lower leg strength, so below the knee, is extremely important for our mobility, our ambulation, and just being able to move around. So very important. And notice already what we've done in this short time. We've done some range of motion. We've done some pointing and flexing, that sort of thing. We've done some strengthening exercises. Now we're just going to do a simple range of motion for the hip. This is just a fun, feel-good kind of movement. You're just going to swing the leg. Now, the knee might bend a little bit, that's fine. This is very much just of a feel-good flow. But I do want you to feel strong in your belly, and your back shouldn't really be moving very much. So it's not like you're throwing the hips forward and throwing the hips back. Try to keep your hips relatively steady, and just get that movement in the hip joint. Awesome. Other side. All right, good. Okay, last one, then we're going to get to that shoulder stretch that I mentioned. So the feet are close together. Hold on, maybe a little lighter. You can find out here as we go. We're going to lift the right knee up off the ground. You're going to lift it as high as you can. You hold for an instant and then back down. Left leg, lift, hold for an instant, lower back down. Lift, hold, down. Lift, hold, down. If this is easy, maybe you do it without holding on. If that gets a little wobbly, give yourself the support that you need. You're always freezing for an instant at the top. Just a little pause. Three more. Good. And I messed up the last one. Didn't hit my balance, but that's okay. So that exercise, obviously it's helping with our balance, but it's also strengthening those hip flexors, those muscles right here that cause that knee to lift up high. So all of these things are so important for our foot dexterity and our strength, strengthening those calf muscles. Really, really important. All right, everybody, let's finish up with that shoulder stretch that I keep talking about. So again, you're going to make sure that your support is very solid. If you are using a chair, please make sure that it's not going to wobble like this one does here. I want to make sure that you're safe. You're going to hold on and you're going to begin to walk your feet away from the support so that your feet are still parallel, but your arms start to lengthen out. Hold on firmly, start to drop your head below your shoulders. You might even feel a stretch in the backs of your legs here. Now slowly come back up. And again, assuming your support is safe, you're going to kind of lean into it just a little bit. And then we're going to go again, back down. And come back up. And then this last time, we're going to go ahead and hold it. You could even move the feet a little wider if you like. Grip your hands solid into your support and just really let the arms lengthen. Let your head drop. One more breath. Oh, so good. Come on out of that. Walk yourself in. Oh man, I love that. That is such an effective stretch. And if we don't have this sort of support to hold on to, we really can't get that stretch. So that is an awesome feature of doing a class like this. Let's roll out those shoulders. Move the head and neck around. Find some freedom of movement. All right, everybody. Great job. We are all done. It goes quick. We get it done. And I hope you feel great from this workout. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.